every Friday. They're at 2023 Southeastern Avenue in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's in the Fountain Square area. People ask me where it is all the time. If you come down Sherman, we're between Sherman, and if you get the Keystone, you don't went too far. So we're right in that gap. Right, we sit right on Southeastern. The good thing about the good spot is it's free parking there and free admission. Free admission. That's a big flex. And I'll say something for comedians, just because admission's free does not mean that you work for free. That's one of our biggest flexes about the good spot. I found a way where we can pay comedians for their work. Hmm. We already have an open mic on Monday. Shout out to Margarita Mondays. But when you graduate from Margarita Mondays, why keep working for free all the time? You come to our show, no, we're not handing you no tickets to sell. That was the game back in the day. We're gonna give you 10 tickets and you can ride around and meet up with people and burn your gas. That's when gas was $2 a gallon. High as gas is now, listen, if I do got some tickets cash at me and the list will be at the door, I'm not riding around selling no tickets. Those days are over. But yeah, we're always looking for new people. So far I have not repeated lineups at the good spot. When I was in the contest at Helium, I do know there's 165 comics at least in the state of Indiana. So we only doing 3 to 4 comics each show because we want to keep the within budget and be able to give you a couple of dollars. And let me tell you, a motherfucker is way more funny when they got a little money. I want you to be able to put some gas in your car to make it to a show. I want your hair looking nice. Guys, go ahead and get that tight fade because you're gonna have some money. You might want to have a drink and grab some food while you're at the good spot because their food and their drinks are great. I personally recommend the fried shrimp and the fish. I'm fat, so I get a double up. I get 2 entrees, and you can keep the sides. Not into the carbs. I don't want no fries. Give me some fish and some shrimp, and I'm a slide. Macaroni and cheese is cool, but when you cook, I cook. I cook in real life. So they mac ain't macking like my mac is macking. And so I don't just be just pressed to just have any old macaroni and cheese. But shout out to the good spot. So make sure you pull up the show this week. Let me try and do it off the top of my head. We got good old Fred. He's coming out to the show. We did an open mic and good old Fred, he showed up for the open mic. He was funny. So as we stated, we turned around and booked him on the good spot. We're gonna have Schizo on the show, me and Mike Shower on the show. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Let me look at my social media because I'm getting too old to do it off the top of my head. But yeah, make sure that y'all pull up. You can get tickets, reserve your spot on Eventbrite. Admission's always gonna be absolutely free. Doors open at 8. We get a good crowd, so we will see you there. And it's been consistent. Good old mixed comedy spot. I talk about when I first started doing comedy, back in 2010, there were two very distinct separate rooms. And I knew I was forgetting somebody. Dave Chambers, our homie that's always at Margarita Mondays, flexing and popping his shit. Funny ass guy. But when I started doing comedy in 2010, there was the black scene and there was the white scene. The white people, they went to Crackers. The black people, they went to that Dwayne Cobb spot. So shout out to Cobb. That's where I started. There was also Morty's. Really another white spot. So there weren't as many rooms. There weren't all these. It was very divided back then. Now it's an open mic every night of the week. It might be 2 or 3 because I know on Mondays you can hit up one spot and still make it to Margarita Mondays to hit the stage on time. So things have definitely grown. The rooms are not separate anymore. And I urge you comics, especially ones of color, start going to do the white rooms. Because when I went to Helium, even though black people were on the show, I could tell you that the crowd was majority white. So just another pro tip from Aisha, the comedian. Shout out also to everybody that pulled up to Margarita Mondays, our first one back this year. It was so-so, I'll keep it honest. It was a bomb ass show, but we didn't have damn near 25 people like we normally do. Part of it was the weather. We got this about 3 inches of snow slash slush. Yuck. I didn't want to be out. So any comments that didn't arrive, I'll have no problem with it. Catch us next time. Margarita Mondays. We are at Illusions every Monday. Doors open at 8. Again, admission is absolutely free. Why would you pay some money to come work for free? You're not making no money. Why would we charge y'all? We also got great food, great drinks. Um, Sounds by Cam. Sounds by Cam be rocking out, and I swear he told me that he be practicing the Margarita Mondays because it's supposed to be an open mic. It's not really a club night, but it is because Cam be going in. So shout out to him. He's been our DJ the whole entire time that we have been doing Margarita Mondays. So I feel like that's what separates us from the rest. There's lots of open mics, but nobody's vibe like ours. Because I will tell you, there's quite a few copycats now. Quite a few. I've even had people even try to book my exact DJ and ask to get in contact with the owner of the spot that I'm at. One thing about Aisha the comedian, I'm not going to say demand, that would be the wrong word, but I do require exclusivity. I don't want to work with a spot where they got 4 or 5 comics doing different comedy shows out of the same club. I ain't knocking nobody to do. If that's your deal, that's your deal, but that ain't how I'm rocking. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is birthday things. Birthday things. January is my birth month. All I be wanting for my birth month is gigs. I normally go out of town and do some work. Like last year, I did the Stardome Comedy Club down in Birmingham, Alabama. So shout out to Beanie Mac, Felicia, and Big E. They welcomed me down there. They've been in our city. So, a lot of your work is going to come from other comics, but that's where I was last year. Then I popped over to Atlanta and visited a little family, rocked out at Uptown. No, I wasn't at Uptown. I was at Crew. I went to Crew and Big Play Ray's spot and chill with my homie D'Amico, but that was great. This year, the money ain't in the budget to go nowhere like that, but I still got shows. So the schedule runs as follows. Friday, we'll have a lineup. That'll be a birthday show at the Good Spot. Admission for that show is absolutely free. Why wouldn't you come? And we celebrate anybody's birthday. If your birthday's coming up, pull up to the Good Spot, grab you a table for your friends because it's free. We're going to laugh with you, going to get some good entertainment. We're going to celebrate. So it's a great spot. Saturday, I'll be in Elkhart, Indiana, with the 574 comedy series. I'm on part 4. So shout out to Mike Bostic. That show's going to feature myself, Chris Harvey, 2 other comics. I can't think of their names right now. I haven't met them yet. Hopefully, they'll be my comedy cousins after the show. So that show's in Elkhart, Indiana, which is north of Indianapolis, almost to the water, right across from Michigan. Hopefully, I'll get to go to the dispensary while I'm up there. I'm gonna go a little bit early so I can make sure that I make it. But that show's exactly on my birthday. So on Sunday, the 21st, I'll be back in Indianapolis. I'll be at the Jovito. Jovito is downtown. It's right around the corner from Helium Comedy Club. It sits on Meridian. Black owned, sexy as hell, upscale. Uh, Another free show. Wow, why wouldn't you come out to that? That show is going to be hosted by the homie, Jimmy Medina. Shout out to him for reaching out to me about getting on the show. We got Jalen Jones. Yeah, see me and Jalen rocking. We rocked at Georgia Street. Georgia Street is where you can find Jalen. I don't think he's there anymore. I ain't either, but we talked about that on another show. He's at Helium a lot too. And then we got No Sleep Ike. He does shows out of the Wonderful. You should follow his page, but I'll be there cracking y'all up for a free comedy show called None the Last. And then Monday, I'm doing something a little bit different. I try to set myself apart from everybody else. I've done all type of celebrity birthday parties at different clubs. This year, I'm booking my homie Tamika Key with Key Karaoke, and we have a comedy karaoke night. So it will be comedians doing funny karaoke performances. Do you need to be able to sing? No, I'll be there playing. I can sing a little bit, I could carry a tune, but I ain't no Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? But I do my thing and my partner does too. If you've seen us sing, you know. And I think a lot of comedians do karaoke. You could sing something funny like Josie, maybe Baby Got Back. Shoot, you might want to sing Mary Jane. A lot of y'all like Mary Jane. Go on and sing that, Rick James. Go ahead and belt it out. The only thing that we ask is to make sure that the song is on the Care Fund program. This is not trap karaoke. No, we're not pulling up 2 Chainz on YouTube for you to get up there and rap. That's just not what we do. We're professionals in everything we do. And guess what? The perks of that is another free show. So that will be great. Make sure you come out. The flyers out. It's gonna be the same hours. We'll be there from 8 to 12. Make sure to arrive early to sign up. Once the list is full, that's it. But I think we'll be pretty good till about 11 or so. So we're gonna party and do that. One thing I haven't talked about or posted about, I got an email that I've been looking for. Woo woo. Netflix is looking for your girl. So I will be in Chicago that Tuesday. I have to go to Zany's Comedy Club, and I've never performed there before. I'll be doing an audition for Netflix. They have an upcoming program. So I'll be on that show performing, popping my shit, and hopefully they pick your girl. And this year gonna be a little bit different. But yeah, that's what we got coming up. I try to cover the shows weekly as we get closer to them, but I've got some shows coming up in Limestone, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Brimfield, Illinois. We out here, period. Period dot. Um, Today I'm on the show alone. It's no partner today. It's just Aisha, the comedian, but we got plenty of things to talk about. Um, I try to cover all things popping, all things current. And I was scrolling across social media the other day and I saw a post. Well, before I talk about that, let me say that we were supposed to have a guest today. I dropped the ball, y'all. I dropped the ball. I didn't message this host a guest in advance. I didn't let him know it was his week to be on the show. So if you see the flyer, kind of ignore that. We're gonna run it back. If I say you're gonna be on the show, we're gonna get to you eventually, but we run into little slight hiccups and bumps because we're human over here. So stay tuned for an interview from Daryl Hollenquist, and if you're looking to be a guest on the Lifestyle Night Party, reach out. But I think that we're popping enough right now that we actually have scammers trying to get on our comedy show, trying to get on the Lifestyle Night Party. I got a message from somebody and I really couldn't pronounce their name. I'm not sure where they were from. And I did a little research. If your social media page don't have nothing but pictures on it, no, I'm not really going to interview you. And we kind of stick to comedy and entertainment. So, all small businesses are welcome as well. So, if I can offer you something and add value, and you can add value as well, let's come together. But if the Taliban out here looking to scam, no, you cannot be on the Lifestyle Night Party talk show. But on to the topic. Today I was scrolling along on Facebook and I saw a post. It was in a New York comedy group. I add myself to most comedy groups because who knows, I might want to figure out where open mic is out there in New York. LA, no telling. So that's a good way to get on shows and find out what's going on. Add yourself to a group for comedy outside of your state. And I was looking at this group in New York. This guy put a post up, and I'm going to summarize the post. So he said something like, I consider myself one of the top 5 comedians in the world. So I kind of stopped there because I looked back at the name. I'm like, I'm not in New York, but I ain't never heard of this motherfucker. I'm like the top five. I couldn't even really name off a top five. Like maybe Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle was out here, Kevin Hart is out here. We got Cedric the Entertainer's out here. I'm gonna name off everybody. Cat Williams, Shot said. We got Steve Harvey, and I'm thinking to myself, so here you are on Facebook in a group. Are you funnier than them? You put yourself in the top five. So that caught my eye, but I kept reading. And this guy said the reason that he doesn't do comedy, and I'm like, so you don't do comedy, but you one of the top five comedians? That's weird. He said he didn't do comedy because he feels like he should be paid for making people laugh, even though this person has never touched the stage. He talked about the money that the Kevin Harts and the people like that make. And he said the comedy clubs are charging $20 or so to come in and do an open mic. Uh-oh, look, partner's about to jump in now. But I'll keep talking until he joins and then we're gonna blend him in. Um, he felt like he shouldn't perform for free and he's not gonna do an open mic. If he can't start off right away being a comedian that's paid from the beginning, why would he do that? He feels like he's in the top five, blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, I can tell you, like, doing comedy, the very first time I did it, they didn't pay me anything. I ran the light. I was funny. I was rocking that crowd. I went back and looked at the video. I did like 20 minutes. But back then I didn't know what the light was. As far as people, a couple of my coworkers from work came, maybe five people or so, but it was free to get in. So like, what do you think that did, or what do you think that put towards turning on the lights for this club? What do you think it put towards paying the staff that have to bring the food and the drinks to the people that came to the show? What do you think that added to paying the DJ that was spinning the music and bringing us up to whatever our sound was? So yeah, an open mic, no, you're not paid. I've also done some research. Once I was in Atlanta and I've done shows with DC Curry before. I got to open up for him in Harker Heights, Texas, a little while ago. So I was in Atlanta and I also brought a few other comics with me and a couple from Indianapolis. I think we were maybe 5 to 10 deep. And you know what? Nobody paid us for coming. We had to put gas in the car. We had to rent a car actually. And what we did is we split the deposit, the gas, and the price of the rental by the number of people that was in the car. We rented at Airbnb. We paid for that ourselves. If you had a bedroom, we took the number of bedrooms and the number of people again, split the price. And so we did our own Indianapolis showcase in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, we did get paid. I took the money that I was getting paid because I headlined the show. So they were only paying me. But since I could pick my show, I bought anybody that wanted to come out and be on that show. So I took my pay and I divided that by the number of people. So let's just say that everybody got about $10 a piece to go towards whatever. I mean, I could have kept the money to myself, but I'm not that girl. So while we were there uptown, the guy says, "Hey, tomorrow DC Curry films his podcast here at our studio at the club. You guys are invited." So we got up and put some more gas in the car. We paid our own money and we came to sit in on this podcast with DC Curry. And it was DC and a couple of his homies. It was another one that I worked with, but I can't remember his name. And I was like, "Hey, DC, do you remember Aisha, the comedian from Harker Heights, Texas?" I was like the second one to go up. And I don't know if I need to share this information or not, but when I was in the green room at this show, it was kind of wild. Like they have food catered, DC, they ain't treating him like they treating me and Mike Shaw. So they have barbecue ribs back there, fried chicken, and DC Curry was back there with somebody young and Asian. Hmm. So we had a dressing room and everything. But long story short, he let me sit on the podcast with him. And it was recorded and it's on YouTube. And I can share it and show y'all where I sat at the table with all these veteran comics and did a podcast. Guess who how much I got paid? Nothing. So what DC was saying to us, he congratulated us for coming together as comics in the city that are not that far along and helping each other and coming out deep and basically growing our brand and doing another place. So shout out to people that came out like Terrell, that boy Bama. He was there. He had family in Birmingham. That's 2 hours from Atlanta. They drove over. Wynette Nance came. Naptown Chris was there. We was in there deep. And he started talking to us about what it was like when he was where we were at in the comedy game when he first started. He said his very first show he did, he made $25. And he didn't talk about open mics, but he was like, that was what they paid him on his paid show. So it was wild to hear somebody from New York say that they should be getting paid for open mics and they would never do comedy unless they're getting paid. He said, why would somebody pay to see him on a show if they can go do him an open mic for free? Well, the way it works is open mic is practice. Hold on a second, good people. Give me a second to work on the technology. Mike is saying he can't get in. Hold on a second. Yes, we are on. 1 minute. I'm going to send him the link so he can join us. Dum, dum, dum. Because I thought I sent him that. Okay. This is the link I sent. One moment, y'all. Kiki, can we take a quick break? Can we?
Yep, here we go.
Okay. Are we on break now? Oh, okay.
The vice representing. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, power 904, power 904. Power 904, everything hot. New music I play non-stop. A 904 I play exclusive. I drop a 904 I play them a shell down that beat. I get one up fireplace. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Europe, 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 Europe. Shake up the place, everybody wake, circle the block, wait for the snake, eagle a grip, when we see prayer brawling in the night, army go there, aim for the crown, before boys skate, fix them business, soul translate, every duty we live, no light we.
Power 904 Radio, where the hottest music plays 24/7, all year, all the time.
Saw me on Washington Street playing the drums on one of them buckets or something, my damn self. But it ain't that easy. I tried to do that, they ran me off. They like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We holding it down over here. You gonna have to work your way up. I tried to do the little three-wheel motion, little crip walk, little crip roll, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't having it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out a little something else, you know what I mean? I had to move it out, because next thing you know, they had me on 42nd and Post. It ain't nothing about to happen over there. I had to figure out something else, you know what I'm saying?
I'm flying Michael in 06, I got my 2-3. Nigga play, you might just end up missing like a toothpick. Bitches hit my line, she in the feelings by my new bitch. I was eating noodles, now I'm going out the root Chris. From before the silver server, X, I keep a boosted. Pockets fat, but I'm a skinny nigga like a toothpick. This right here, gang shit, no lame shit. Brother cut his fingers off for trying to touch my chain, bitch. Hop up in the whip, you know I'm steady switching lanes, bitch. I can fuck the same bitch and still fuck your main bitch. This right here, gang shit.
Both in play, hella did whatever I say. A money maker selling pussy by the stack a day. Irene and Jessica was the daughters of the picture. I used to fuck them up under the school jumping. Katrina loved this fat ass with nice tits. She fell off when I got sentenced to the 12 through 6. Lauren and Lynette, pussy used to get so wet. I hated fucking Monica, she couldn't take this dick. Now nigga, she about 4'9", that ass round. Used to fuck her from the back and hear that clapping sound. Olivia used to.
This guy fell in love with your blue-ass eyes, but your life sees me. Shawty chemistry, baby, where'd you go? You up and left me like a ghost. And whoa, I don't wanna leave today. Every girl, my heart gon' start to break. Hear my voice is shakes, reminiscing all the times we had today. Holding on me slowly, I think about you daily. So shawty, yeah, you crazy. So shawty, you perfect for me. You were perfect, very perfect. Very hurting in the worst place, picture perfect.
With my iced out chunk, that felt figure eight. 2 girls on my motherfucking arm. Shit, if it ain't dead, these hoes just lazy. I put her ass on the tray, she be in and out of cars like motherfucking crazy. Folks better have my money, she better have the fucking cash. Fuck around and get slapped, and get a foot in the motherfucking ass. Shit, I'm a motherfucking pimp. Bitches calling me daddy. I'm like, what's been the same? Since the day that she met me.
Fuck it up, not the one who make the rules. Left, right, let me see you do it. Left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right.
the vice, representing. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, power 904, power 904. Power 904, everything hot. New music I play non-stop. A 904 I play exclusive. I drop a 904 I play them a shell down that beat. I get one up fire blaze. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Europe, 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 Europe. Shake up the place, everybody wake up, circle the block, wait for the snake, eagle a grip, when we see prayer brawling in the night, army go there, aim for the crown, before boys skate, fix them business, soul translate, every duty we live, no light we.
Power 904 Radio, where the hottest music plays 24/7, all year, all the time.
Saw me on Washington Street playing the drums on one of them buckets or something, my damn self, but you know, it ain't that easy. I tried to do that, they ran me off. They like, nah, you know what I'm saying, we holding it down over here, you gonna have to work your way up. I tried to do the little three-wheel motion, little crip walk, little crip roll, you know what I'm saying, but they wasn't having it, you know what I'm saying, so I had to figure out a little something else, you know what I mean, I had to move it out, because next thing you know, they had me on 42nd and Post, so there ain't nothing about to happen over there. I had to figure out something else, you know what I'm saying? Get
I feel like Michael in 06, I got my 2-3. Nigga play, you might just end up missing like a toothpick. Bitches hit my line, she in the feelings by my new bitch. I was eating noodles, now I'm pouring out the root Chris. Roll before the service, server, X, I keep it boosted. Pockets fat, but I'm a skinny nigga like a toothpick. This right here, gang shit, no lame shit. Brother cut his fingers off for trying to touch my chain, bitch. Hop up in the whip, you know I'm steady switching lanes, bitch. I can fuck the same bitch and still fuck your main bitch. This right here, gang shit. Hope it play, cause I did whatever I say. A money maker selling pussy by the stack a day. Irene Jessica was the daughters of a picture. I used to fuck them up under the school gym bleachers. Katrina loved this fat ass with nice teeth. She fell off when I got sentenced to the 12 through 6. Knowing there's a net, pussy used to get so wet. I hated fucking Monica, she couldn't take this dick. That nigga, she about 4'9", that ass round. Used to fuck her from the back and hear that clapping sound. Olivia used to.
This guy fell in love with your blue eyes, but your life sees me. Shawty chemistry, baby, where'd you go? You up and left me like it goes. And whoa, I don't wanna leave today. Every girl, my heart gon' start to break. Hear my voice is changed, reminiscing all the times we had today. Holding on me slowly, I think about you daily. So shawty, yeah, you crazy. So shawty, you perfect for me. You were perfect, very perfect. Very hurting in the worst way, picture perfect.
With my iced out chunk, that felt pretty rain. 2 girls on my motherfucking arm. Shit, if they dead, these hoes just lazy. I put her ass on the trace, she be in and out of cars like motherfucking crazy.
without your love. When you're right there.
Some move, or you gotta fuck it up, not the one who make the rules. Left, right, let me see you do it. Left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right.
She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come to town. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. She waits at backstage doors for those who have rested.
Power 904. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904. Power 904. Power 904. Power 904, everything hot. New music I play non-stop. A 904 I play exclusive I drop. A 904 I play them a shell down that beat. I get one up fireplace. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Europe, 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 Europe. Shake up the place, everybody wake up, circle the block, wait for the snake, eagle a grip, when we see prayer brawling in the night, army go day, aim to the crown, before boys skate, fix them business, soul translate, every duty we live, no light.
Power 904 Radio, where the hottest music plays 24/7, all year, all the time.
Saw me on Washington Street playing the drums on one of them buckets or something, my damn self, but you know, it ain't that easy. I tried to do that, they ran me off. They like, nah, you know what I'm saying? We holding it down over here. You're gonna have to work your way up. I tried to do the little three-wheel motion, little crip walk, little crip roll, you know what I'm saying? But they wasn't having it, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out a little something else, you know what I mean? I had to move it out, because next thing you know, they had me on 42nd and Post. So there ain't nothing about to happen over there. I had to figure out something else, you know what I'm saying? Get on.
Bruce Lee. I'm flying Michael in 06, I got my 2-3. Nigga play, you might just end up missing like a toothpick. Bitches hit my line, she in the feelings by my new bitch. I was eating noodles, now I'm going out the room, Chris. Roll before the server, X, I keep a posted. Pockets fat, but I'm a skinny nigga like a toothpick. This right here, gang shit, no lame shit. Brother cut his fingers off for trying to touch my chain, bitch. Hop up in the whip, you know I'm steady switching lanes, bitch. I can fuck the same bitch and still fuck your main bitch. This right here, gang shit.
Hope didn't play, cause I did whatever I say. A money maker selling pussy by the stack a day. I read the Jessica with the daughters of the picture. I used to fuck them up under the school jumping. Katrina loved this shit. Fat ass with nice tits. She fell off when I got sentenced to the 12 through 6. Lauren and Lynette, pussy used to get so wet. I hated fucking Monica, she couldn't take this dick. Now nigga, she about 4'9", that ass round. Used to fuck her from the back and hear that clapping sound. Olivia used to.
This guy fell in love with your blue eyes, but your life sees me. Shawty chemistry, baby, where'd you go? You up and left me like a ghost. And wow, I don't wanna leave today. Every girl, my heart gon' start to break. Hear my voice is changed, reminiscing all the times we had today. Holding on me slowly, I think about you daily. So shy, yeah, you crazy. So she be perfect for me.
Some move, or you gotta fuck it up, not the one who make the rules. Left, right, let me see you do it. Left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right, do it, left, do it, right.
She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come down. Every musician's fan after the curtain comes down. She waits at backstage doors for those who have friends.
Power 904. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904, everything hot. Power 904. Power 904. Power 904. Power 904, everything hot. New music I play non-stop. A 904 I play exclusive. I drop a 904 I play them a shell down that beat. I get one up fireplace. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Now a 904 turn up the whole place. Europe, 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 Europe. Shake up the place, everybody wake up, circle the block, wait for the snake, eagle a grip, when we see prayer brawling in the night, army go there, aim for the crown, before boys skate, fix them business, soul translate, every duty we live, no light we.
Power 904 Radio, where the hottest music plays 24/7, all year, all the time.
Saw me on Washington Street playing the drums on one of them buckets or something, my damn self, but you know, it ain't that easy. I tried to do that, they ran me off. They like, nah, you know what I'm saying, we holding it down over here, you gonna have to work your way up. I tried to do the little three-wheel motion, little crip walk, little crip roll, you know what I'm saying, but they wasn't having it, you know what I'm saying, so I had to figure out a little something else, you know what I mean, I had to move it out, because next thing you know, they had me on 42nd and Post, so ain't nothing about to happen over there. I had to figure out something else, you know what I'm saying? Get on.
Bruce Lee. I'm flight Michael in 06, I got my 2-3. Nigga play, you might just end up missing like a toothpick. Bitches hit my mind, she in the fields by my new bitch. I was eating noodles, now I'm pouring out the root Chris. Roll before the server, X, I keep a boosted. Pockets fat, but I'm a skinny nigga like a toothpick. This right here, gang shit, no lame shit. Brother cut his fingers off for trying to touch my chain, bitch. Hop up in the whip, you know I'm steady switching lanes, bitch. I can fuck the same bitch and still fuck your main bitch. This right here, gang shit.
Hope it play, cause I did whatever I say. A money maker selling pussy by the stack a day. Irene Jessica was the daughters of a preacher. I used to fuck them up under the school gym bleachers. Katrina loved this shit. That ass was nice. She fell off when I got sentenced to the 12 and 6. Knowing there's a net, pussy used to get so wet. I hated fucking Monica, she couldn't take this dick. Now nigga, she about 4'9", that ass round. Used to fuck her from the back and hear that clapping sound. Olivia used to.
This guy fell in love with your blue eyes, but your life sees me. Shawty chemistry, baby, where'd you go? You up and left me like a ghost. And whoa, I don't wanna leave today. Every girl, my heart gon' start to break. Hear my voice is shake, reminiscing all the times we had today. Holding on me slowly, I think about you daily. So shawty, yeah, you crazy. So shawty,
And we're back. And this time we got partner. All right.
Hey, Captain Eyeball himself, goddamn it. Pop it out.
Well, we are back. Welcome back to the Lifestyle Night Party. We had to take a slight technical break. But yeah, before we left, we were covering a topic, and I'm going to read to you the exact post, and then I want to know what y'all think because this shit was wild to me. So the post goes like this. This guy says, a lot of people tell me I am the funniest person they ever met, easily a top five comic. They always ask me why I don't do comedy. The simple answer is I don't give my talents away for free. Every open mic I've ever heard of does not pay. I have a motto, I'll bring the funny if you bring the money. If Chris Rock and Dane Cook can make millions, shouldn't I at least be paid in the thousands? Comedians always talk about being broke. It's because they're not getting paid for their talents. I'm standing up for my rights by not giving my comedy away for free. So how can you be a top five comic if you've never done comedy?
Man, people are delusional. People be so fucking delusional, and we've been hearing this shit for years about how I'm funny, my friend, I kill it, I'm a murder on stage, and da-da-da-da-da. And they get on stage, partner, and it's like, see, see, see.
There is a big difference between making people laugh in the break room versus getting on crowd, going on stage in front of, oh, let's just say it's 30 to 40 strangers.
Facts, facts.
That's not, it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I talk about the first time that I got paid. I got paid within my first 6 months of doing comedy. And I think it was like some shit like $50. I mean, first of all, I didn't even know comedians got paid for doing the shit. I thought only the people like on TV that you saw on comedy.
You had to be an actor type shit to make
yeah. And so then I came home and told my family, yeah, I'm like Cheryl Underwood, and then I done made this.
money.
But man, the game is watered down, and then you have people out here that are comics and know better and are actually egging these nobodies on. If you can't make somebody laugh for at least a solid 5 minutes, fuck out of here. Like
that's a fact.
That's the first thing that you do. And I mean, it's like you going to do an elementary school performance. I got a part in the play, and you want somebody to pay you a couple $1,000s for that?
Come on, man.
So,
Come on, man.
For me, like open mics is like getting licensed. When I was a hairstylist, I had to go to school. I had to take classes. I had to go to the state and show them that I actually knew what I was doing. And nobody pays you for going to school to do hair. I had to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So like now I feel like I have my comedy license. Why? Because I paid. I went and took classes and invested in myself to actually learn the real game from real veterans, from the real people that are making millions.
That's a fact.
Nobody did that for me. And so now just like doing hair, I can go do comedy anywhere in the world and make people laugh and give me a little money for it. But I'm 13 years in. Was it like this 5 years ago? No, definitely not 10 years ago.
Facts.
And then there's a lot that goes into comedy. When you step into a comedy club or a bar or whatever the case may be, a lot of these comics are showing up by their damn self.
Facts.
When I started out with Crackers, to perform at Crackers, and I think it's still like this, it's what you call a bringer show. And that's what they have in New York as well. You have to have 5 paying supporters to even touch their stage. Now, here in Indianapolis, we have lots of free shows. You can come, but let's just say you bring 5 people and they charge them $10. That's $50. What is that doing for the light bill of this comedy club or bar that opened
Mm, nothing.
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 It's barely paying for one of the waitresses, and they may have several.
Hmm.
So how do you feel like the club's not even making $1,000 because of at an open mic? It's a bunch of motherfuckers that don't nobody know.
That's a fact.
So how much could you honestly charge? And then even if each one is bringing $5, the club is damn near taking the L. They might break even, but they're not really making a profit off of doing an open mic.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And people don't understand that. Like people don't understand business. You want waitresses to attend to you, you want bartenders to attend to you, but then there's no money being spent in that establishment. So how do you think people are getting paid? You know,
Right.
and people don't take that into account when they so-called call themselves being performers or whatever, because it's just not how they're just not moving in the way that it could be conducive to what they're trying to do.
Yeah, when I do an open mic at a spot, it's a partnership.
Hmm.
So you're investing in me. You're not charging me for this building. Although there are people that do an open mic and they're paying for the building. I don't know how that.
Mm.
But in return, I'm going to bring your business some revenue.
That's a fact.
So, I'm not paying for the building, but hopefully people are eating and drinking enough to justify me being there doing the show.
That's a fact. Because if I'm doing this, and that's what a lot of places don't understand, if I'm doing an open mic, I'm bringing performers that would not normally be in your establishment on this night.
And their supporters, because
And their
we
supporters.
encourage people to bring people out.
Yeah, so I'm
We're
bringing
one of
people to your establishment, and you have to understand that if I didn't have this event here and I didn't bring these people, you would just be getting regular money tonight. What I bring to your
or
establishment
none.
is extra.
None, because a lot of times the night that they give you, it's a slow night or a night that they're not already open. So anything that they get is a bonus. It's
Yes,
more than what they would have had. Hopefully that's your situation.
right. Hopefully, fingers crossed on the shit.
But you got some people that's so thirsty. Instead of going to an open mic and working on a polished 5 minutes and building a fan base, because we're one of the open mics that actually have people that are not performers that actually come out to see the talent and they follow you on social media. And then when somebody is talking about, hey, I need a comedian, they start tagging you. That's how you build a fan base. So when you get a fan base, then that's when you start charging people. Well, if I know I got 30 to 40 people that's going to come to your show and pay to see me, now I can justify asking you for some money.
I saw this because I've been okay, two things. My bad, partner, if I go off topic.
Go ahead.
I saw so this Cat Williams shit got motherfuckers coming out the woodwork.
That's a fact.
I saw two different interviews today, right? I saw Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore was on some kind of podcast or whatever, and he was pretty much telling a similar story to Cat Williams. About how he said, well, there was two guys, and one guy went in the room and the other guy went home, and it was me and Ludacris. Remember that? And so Pauly Shore told a story like that with him and Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, okay.
I said, oh shit. But the way he said it, I swear to God, I'm not misinterpreting this. He said that Robert De Niro walked up to him and was like, hey, let me put my thumb in your ass. But he wasn't talking about his thumb. So he said it was him, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino. I think they all fucked Pauly Shore, partner, by the way he was talking. Because they said he said
Pauly Shore and Mark Wahlberg.
Pauly Shore. He said Robert De Niro walked up to him and said, let me fuck you in the ass. And he said that'll be $200 million. He said, okay, you got it. So then he said the other actor made $200 million for 20 films.
That's the same thing Cat Williams has said.
50 million. He said he'd been offered 50 million 4 times. I said, oh shit. And he was drunk to the motherfucker on his show telling his truth. And when they tried to, he said, "Oh shit, I'm gonna be in trouble. Give me an Uber. I got to get the fuck out of here." When the dude tried to help him out, "Don't fucking touch me, motherfucker!" I was like, he started wigging out, started wigging the fuck out. So I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." So then I watched Lunel earlier. Lunel was on Panic Room with Pierre,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about. So I went off topic, but this one is back on topic.
Pierre is gonna be in town when we're in Cleveland and probably gonna come to Sam Silks.
Shut up.
Just saying, but go ahead.
Dope as fuck. Um, dope as fuck. But yeah, he was talking to Lunel, and he was asking Lunel about the difference between going on tour with Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle and all this other shit. And he was asking her about performing in clubs versus like a big ass venue. And she was talking about how she dresses different when she's in a club versus if she's in a fucking arena. And she
Mhm.
was like, he was asking her about when she performs at small clubs, how does she feel about the club or whatever booking her opener for her? And she was like, I don't like it. I don't like it. She said, I don't like when people hit up the promoter or the club and ask them if they can come and open up for this person. She said, I don't like that shit. She said, because 9 times out of 10, these people will come and ask to open up for you and won't even stick around to watch you perform. She said, so hell no. Hell no. I don't like it. No. Mm-mm. I said, oh.
Although I do know that she helps comics, so I got a story for everybody. So
Mhm.
shout out to Hope Flood. Do you remember when she came and did our radio show for my birthday? She
I
was in
remember
town.
that.
Okay. So Lunel was in town that week and she was doing a show at Crackers. I have so many stories about that. So Lunel was heckled and almost attacked by a patron in Crackers. Her,
Here?
yes. You know the one in Broadway ain't open no more, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So when she was here, Nate Robinson's cousin is Nate Jackson for
Right.
Wild and Out. Nate Jackson was in town for something. I don't know why he was here, but Lunel let him open up for her at Crackers.
Uh-huh.
I was at the show, so she does let people help, but he didn't hit up the promoter or anything like that. He
Mm-hmm.
came through us. He actually talked to Hope, and Hope talked to Lunel, and that's how he got on the show. So it's not that she's above helping, but
That
that's a whole
disrespectful
nother
part is the bullshit.
talking about featuring for some of these veterans. Lunel's helpful. We learned comedy 101 from
Uh-huh.
Lunel in Los Angeles, and nobody paid us for being there.
Facts.
So
Facts.
do I have my comedy license? Yeah. I got my funny degree.
Come on.
Because I
Come on.
invested, I took classes, I went and learned the real shit from the real people. I mean, if you never been around of somebody that made $1 million doing comedy, how would you know how to go about doing it?
Right. Right. Nigga, it's 10 o'clock. Where you? Damn, this late.
So we have been taught by the real.
Shit, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they gave us tips. They was real with us. They was honest. They didn't hold no punches. And Lunel's a school teacher, so I love her because she got on us. She was like, all these posts, and I can't understand what the fuck y'all saying. Ain't no punctuation, no capitalization.
Bunch of run-on sentences. You
hmm
killing motherfuckers.
She's precise with her shit.
That's
So
a
I'm
fact.
so glad she got her Netflix special and they gave her flowers. So shout out to Lunel.
Mm-hmm. That's big facts. Big
And
facts.
these raggedy ass flyers, let me tell you something. I'm a chick to do my own flyers, right?
Uh-huh.
Depends on what I'm doing. I can do a simple flyer for an open mic. If I book Dave Chappelle and I need a flyer, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go to a graphic artist. So that
Mm.
segues to another topic. people char- people charging for something that they don't have their license for. Mike, you had a recent situation where you were booked to do a commercial. So shout out to you, partner, commercial for business.
Shout out to B Miller, man, and Black Label Exchange for thinking of myself. You know what I mean? Shout out to my
But
co-host.
we met B Miller at the hole in the wall, and nobody was paying us nothing to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It cost us money to be there because we was there doing an open mic, and we had to put some gas in our car, and we was buying
Mm-hmm.
food and drinks while we was there. But it led to a commercial.
Yeah.
So, this person, shout out to B Miller. Let's say this: you don't go to Burger King for a chicken dinner.
Can I
I
get
moved,
can I get wings at this Burger King?
yeah. So I'm a comedian. I'm not a graphic artist, but due to the expense of getting graphics, a good flyer is gonna cost you about $60.
Mm-hmm.
Do I
Mm-hmm.
got $60 for a flyer for every event? No.
Mm-mm.
But I can do a proper flyer. I can make sure the letters are the same font and everything like that. I've gotten better. A flyer, it represents your event. So an unprofessional flyer, these homemade ass flyers, listen, a lot of these shit I be seeing, where is this at? What time? What time is it? Why is it a dog on the flyer for a comedy show?
Oh shit! Hold up, I just saw one. Oh, I gotta send this motherfucker to you. I just saw, I just saw one, and I thought it was. Shout out to Ed Mitchell. I thought it was Ed Mitchell. I thought it was Ed shit, but it wasn't.
Well, shout out to Facebook because there's a group on Facebook that's called Bad Comedy Flyers. And it's basically people finding flyers that comedians have posted and they drop them in a group and they roast the dog shit out these flyers. I see 20 motherfuckers on it. And I mean, like, it was like literally like 20 pictures.
Damn.
I'm like, how did they get 20 pictures on the flyer?
Oh my god. Oh
But
shit.
a unprofessional flyer, we're gonna give y'all some new vocabulary. This is a Mike Shaw-ism. It's a UPN operation. What does UPN stand for, partner?
You please, nigga. But you please,
How
nigga.
about unprofessional niggas, right?
Hold up. I just posted a picture of this flyer in the group. You gotta see this
Man, listen.
shit. Somebody stole Ed shit.
Oh, it's just like, when I see these flyers based on the flyers, that lets me know if I want to come out to the event. Wow. Wow.
Stop dog by the mall. Yeah, I'm burning it up.
I guess I
DP.
can see the name of that because it's Top Dog and there's a dog on it. But if dog
Big
is
black
not in the
dog.
name,
Hey, bro. Hey, can you grab me a water?
and then I've seen some flyers where people were such narcissists. I ain't gonna name no names. They're the only one on the flyer. Fuck all the rest of the entertainers. This is my show, and
me, and I, and me.
we got to do better. We got to do better. I'm not interested in performing at venues that let anybody come and do a show because I have a professional product, branded, stamped. If you Google Pretty Funny Entertainment, nothing else is gonna come up with our shit. I had a brand before, So Silly Saturdays, where it was like American Idol for comedy. We had judges. They gave feedback after each performance. People won money, gigs, etc.
I want money.
Yeah. So
I want money.
we go back that far. The club is no longer even there.
No,
We go
it's
back
not.
that far.
It's a restoration place right now, if I'm not mistaken.
But somebody tried to do that event. They did do the event. A promoter. Now, shout out to this promoter because they reached out and ended up booking me. But they did a So Silly Saturdays and they reached out to me and said, how come every time I do hashtag So Silly Saturdays, it comes back to your shit? Because I branded it before you. That's why.
Because you're not the first to do it, motherfucker.
So, your hashtags and actually branding your events, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
It matters. How come every time I post this, it links to your show? Because that's my shit. That's my shit. That's my way. Do it like that, and I'll repay. Wasn't a contest, so I had nothing to say. But yeah, and it's hard at this point. Comedy's been around for years, so to come up with a brand new name for an event, good luck with that. You might want to use some AI.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on. We got to talk about just not hilarious, just hilarious.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
So me personally, I don't post something until it's real. If you don't give me a flyer for it, I ain't talking about it until it's a flyer. It's too much fugazi shit. If you tell me I'm opening up for Dave Chappelle, when I hear the commercial with my name on it, then I'm gonna start posting and talking about it. Until then, it's an idea. It's the same with a deposit to lock me in, until you put down that deposit, we were just talking hypothetically.
Right. Facts. Facts.
Just Hilarious was in our home, Uptown Comedy Club in Atlanta. Shout out to them and D'Amico. But she was at a show there, had on a bad blonde wig. You can wear blonde hair, but you got to have the right skin tone. You don't have to be light skinned, but you're going to need some red or some orange highlights in your skin to pull that off. Dang. She had on a blonde wig and said, "I'm the next host, the newest host of the Breakfast Club." So they said she was a no-show. And they said nobody at the radio station confirmed that she was a host. But she was complaining about being paid the same as Charlemagne the God and DJ Envy. I don't know how long they've been on that show or radio, but I'm going to say years.
I'm going to say at least 10. At least 10.
Yeah. And I'm seeing 2020, late 2023, early 2024 is the year of the whiner. The year of the crybaby. Well, I've been doing.
Damn, it just started you off early, partner. Still.
Oh yeah, I'm talking shit tonight.
We ain't even halfway through the month.
Talking shit tonight. I see all these posts like Taraji P. Henson. I haven't been getting paid properly. 50 Cent was like, "Come on, bitch! Like, give me some pussy, and I'm gonna put you on power or
That's
whatever."
What 50 Cent said.
No, he didn't say that. I'm allegedly. Ain't that what they say on the podcast?
Allegedly. You gotta say allegedly.
He put on his cape, his Captain Saberhole cape, and flew in and swooped and got her. Like he put the same cape on for Monique. Now I don't think he hit that pussy, but come on. We're crying and come on. So I'm gonna post tomorrow. Ooh, don't nobody push me enough. I should be a millionaire by now. Like,
hey, but you know what though, partner? I'm gonna go. I always like to play the devil's advocate on the shit. So check this out. I think this is the year of
pussies.
People, no, I think this is the year where people are really, really, really. It's okay. It's kind of like being LGBTQ, right? Plus, right? It's like being right because back in the day, it was frowned upon. It was not celebrated. Talked about
abusive.
And so now
you might get beat up in the streets just for expressing and just being you and minding your own damn business.
Yeah. And so a lot of people that are speaking up, I think they're really helping us out, really, because they're clearing the way, right? So when we make it and we get in position to make some serious money, we ain't gotta put our integrity on the line to make it. And so, like, even when listening to Cat Williams, a lot of people was like, "Oh, he's complaining this." No, he's saying that he's in this business, he's in this genre, and he didn't have to sell his asshole and have people
on business from
and have nobody having shit over his head. Where a motherfucker call you in the middle of the night, "Hey, you got to go fuck Puff Daddy," and then you got to get up because they got embarrassing shit on you, or they can ruin your life. It's people like that are starting to speak up because if I'm making you money, That's cool, but you're gonna have to pay me what I'm worth. Now, Just Hilarious, she's on their platform. They not on her platform.
Mm-hmm.
Join
And and when they invited you as a guest.
where they at right now. They're on BET. They're with Revolt or whatever the fuck. They with iHeart, all that shit that they're with.
Before
You
her.
you didn't have nothing to do with them deals that were made. Now, if you were Angela Yee, when Angela Yee was on the show and she was like, yeah, then I can totally 1,000,000% understand that she should have got paid what they got paid because they all created that show. But when you are an implant into that show, you're not gonna be making what the motherfucking originals is making. You ain't the reason why them chairs look like God and Queen chairs.
And what is the broadcasting experience that you have? Because you have to, most people that are on radio, they went to college for that.
They went to
They
college.
got their broadcasting license. They ain't just popped up and like, oh, I'm about to be on the radio. It's a lot of shit to run that equipment and stuff.
Yep. But it's just like the open mic part, and a lot of motherfuckers be thinking they are where they ain't.
Yeah. So you brought up Cat Williams. Did you catch the second interview that Cat Williams did with Willie D?
No, I did not.
I did. Shout out to Work From Home Life. So it was some additional tea.
Did you say shout out to the Work From Home Life?
I stay up on my podcast. You got a podcast, need some views, need a subscriber, need a like, drop it in my inbox. I'm gonna get on this shit just cause. Just cause I do it like that. Subscribe back. That's all you gotta do.
That's it.
I didn't know Cat Williams and Ali Sadiq speak. So Cat Williams talked about that on the Willie D interview. So the way that the story goes and what I got from Willie D's live, Ali Sadiq is from Houston, and part of Cat's tour, he went to Houston. Now I ain't got to go to bed yet, iPhone. Trying to make sure I'm well and shit. Bitch, your old ass should be in the bed at 10:30. That don't ever happen. But so Cat Williams said Ali Sadiq did just what you was talking about. Reached out to a promoter. They told him he could be on the show. So Cat's people call him and it's like, this dude is here. Oh, Ali Sadiq talked about it on Rodney Perry Live yesterday. So I gotta check that.
Check that out. Swear to God.
But he said that he showed up to Cat Williams' show to perform, and the security held hands and made a line. It was like, you can't come off in this motherfucker. And Cat Williams was like, I travel with my comedians. So shout out to Miss Jen. I met her in Atlanta as well. She's a female comedian out of Atlanta, and she's been touring with Cat Williams. I do know he already got his crew. He bring his with him. And he said, when my people get done, I still got to do a whole hour. So all the time is allotted for on the show. So fuck who you cool with if you didn't talk to me. And he said, supposedly, Ali Sadiq got paid, but he didn't get to perform. Here your check, now bye, because you still ain't on the show.
Yeah, facts. That's what I heard. I gotta check that out. I gotta check that out.
I don't know how to feel about that. Because Ali Sadiq is one of my faves, and I feel like he's next to blow. He don't have the style, anything like Cat Williams, and I feel like a feature spot for him on a show like that, like 10 to 15 minutes is not going to give you the full-fledged
Ali Sadiq experience.
Yeah. To me, I don't even think he should have been there trying to do that. I mean, you could have did the show and did 10, 15 minutes and maybe fucked it up, but you really a headliner yourself.
But how long ago was this, though? That's the question. How long ago was it?
I did not get that information. It seemed like it's recent. I just see Ali Sadiq with his boxing trainer challenging Cat to a fight with showing his skills. I was like, listen, the beef is real. The beef is real.
Oh, shit.
Cat need to beef up his security, but he be out here like Charleston White tussling at your motherfucking shows.
But one thing about it is, like the way Cat was saying it, he said like he don't run into none of these people. You know,
No.
he does his own self promotion. He has his own
Yep.
promotion team. He doesn't have a Rock Nation or nothing like that pushing what he's got going
Okay.
on. And so when you got your own lane, you know, you can talk this shit, especially when you're making your money. You can talk
And
it.
you fuck with who you want to fuck with.
That is a
And ain't
fact.
nobody telling you you gotta let nobody. And then you got the Charleston Whites. You know, I seen the situation that he had with TK Kirkland. Shout out to him. I've gotten to open for TK Kirkland before here in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
It wasn't nothing but 8 people because it was -8 degrees that day in February.
yeah.
Some type of tax company had bought him, and I'm sure they paid a bag to get him here. Partner, when
Damn.
I tell you it was 10 motherfuckers in there and 8 of them was there to see me.
Damn.
It was me, it was him. I want to say Landon was on that show. It was either Landon or Jake Hill.
Mm.
But you know, Charleston White went on that tour with him, and everybody's talking about they want to be a comedian. You got to go to comedy school and get your license.
That's a fact.
You talking shit because you done got paid $7.50 for a show, nigga. Wait, I did a show recently at a professional comedy club, and they handed me $30,
Mm.
and I paid 25 to park. How about that?
You had to buy a drink and shit.
It's part of the game, though. You know,
Mhm.
everybody got to go through it. DC Curry said he went through it. So who the fuck are you? Or you got your 750 partner? Have you ever been to a show and you had to wait and you paid for a show 2-3 days later? Or
Mhm.
I've done some where they had to mail me a paper
Yep.
check and I had to wait on the check to clear.
Yep.
When you do real business, they writing that shit off at the end of the year.
Mhm.
They need a paper trail. They're not handing you cash. So make sure you got some cash on you because you might have to pay the park or pay for your own drinks and
That's a
wait for
fact.
the money on the back.
That's a fact.
But he ain't no real comedian, so he didn't know that. So
Damn.
you done talked your way off of a Live Nation tour, nigga.
Woo.
You done been doing comedy less than a year. TK said, come on, I'm gonna let you eat off my bag. And I feel like Charleston fucked that up.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is, you know, he's already making money off,
He is.
you know,
He is.
off of what he's doing. So when you are doing, it's kind of like how we would think. If I'm doing something right now and I'm making money already, and you invite me to take me under your wing, certain things you need to tell me if you're gonna take me under your wing.
No one is sitting these new people down and telling them the ropes. Nobody told T.I. that you don't go on stage and try to headline after the
After the
headline.
headliner, that's no
Yeah,
good.
that's a no-no. You know, and you'll learn that if you spend some money and go get your comedy license.
That's a fact. That's a fact. If T.I. want to get on stage and perform a couple hits, then you go ahead and do that after the headliner, nigga. But you getting on there thinking you about to do some comedy after the headliner, nigga.
That's a no. And I forget who he did that on. They didn't really flex and act too.
Wasn't it Godfrey?
That's who it was.
It was Godfrey.
You're not fucking with Godfrey. What you gonna do after Godfrey beat the stage up?
This nigga did 35 motherfucking impersonations and shit, especially when you do that Steve Harvey. That yeah. I tell you what, well, that motherfucker's funny as hell when he does that Steve Harvey.
A beast and being a beast.
Man.
What was you doing? What was you doing? So it's like, you know, they get a certain number of followers and people in the comedy game are telling them they can cut the line because they want their fan base. They want, well, you know, T.I. being on the show, I'm sure that's add the extra. That's the difference between one show versus doing a whole weekend, 2 shows a night.
That's a fact.
But what jokes are you bringing to the table? Whole lot of line cutting.
But you know, too, once you get to a certain money level, you know, how much can you talk about relatable shit?
I feel like Charleston White does, but like, you know, going to a pro comedy club, you can't bring 9 goons back in the green room and have your gun and your taser and your mace up on the stage. Like, no, they're not going for that. That's the type of shit he was doing at some of these Live Nation events.
Wow.
why my mama can't be back here. Cause sir, first of all, this ain't even your show. You ain't the headliner or nothing. So, go get your comedy license.
Yeah. That's a fact. That is a fact.
So you know how this shit run. You know,
Who's
you
on
know.
the show for tomorrow, partner?
Tomorrow we talked about it. You weren't here, but tomorrow we at the good spot. And tomorrow we have, let me try and think off the top of my head. We got Dave Chambers, woo woo, Margarita Mondays, and he's down at Helium often. If you don't know Dave, make sure you pull up and find the hell out. We got our crazy friend Schizo on the show.
Skitsy on the show. That's what's
Schizo's
up.
on the show. Yes, yes. We got one more. One more. Let me look at my phone. It's a good one. It's a hitter. Let me see. Because I put a lot into these lineups. I was saying how we haven't repeated a lineup since we've been doing this.
That's a fact.
It's 165 comedians, and damn it, you about to see all of them. We got good old Fred.
Good old Fred. Okay,
Good old Fred.
That's what's up.
He came to the open mic. It ain't the first time we seen him. He was funny. Come on, we got a few little dollars for you.
That's a fact.
And we got a few dollars, like what the pro comedy clubs pay. Sometimes we paying more than what they pay, depending on what it is. So we paying more at the good spot than what I made the last time. So I'm just saying.
Hey, and we bring out a nice crowd, man. We bring out a real nice crowd.
Free admission, good ass food, clean venue. You could go in the bathroom and you ain't scared to touch the door and open it.
Oh man. Oh.
Hey, I'm going in tonight, partner. Ain't nobody getting saved. Everybody whining. I'm gonna talk my shit.
You on your Cat Williams tonight, partner. I see you right. I see you.
If they ever set me down, I could say Indianapolis ablaze.
Oh my God.
When I come out and say something, put a motherfucker on blast, motherfuckers is coming out the woodwork because they know I don't say nothing. I don't pull out the bop gun until it's time. And when it's time, it's gonna be true tea. It's gonna be real spill. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
We didn't have to block a couple of people. Why? Because we professionals and we standing on business. We actually get paid for what we do. Yeah, some of our shows is free, but there's some money behind it. So do you think I'm finna let you come and fuck up my spot? Not done set up and did these negotiations. Like for instance, we've been in Illusions 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
We got a nice mixed spot and we're in a nice area where white comedians don't mind coming. And that's a flex for me. They ain't scared. You ain't worried about if somebody done stole your charger or your aux cord out your car when you was in there. You know what I'm saying? So are you about to be coming in there bashing white people at our show?
Can't really do it.
No, get your ass on like you been peed on. Are you gonna be getting drunk and popping pills and harassing people talking about I was high and I really can't control myself and you still getting high? Fuck on out of here. Go do that shit somewhere else. It's open mic 7 nights a week. Go find one.
That's a fact.
So yeah, we do professional business with comedians that if they're not professional, they are looking to be professional.
That's a fact. That's why you go to the open mic to get professional. You do shows when you're ready. I think there's a lot of comedians that's doing a lot of shit right now and they ain't ready. And a lot of times that can be a deterrent. That can really set you back when you are not at the point of being a fucking performer. Like stage presence is off. What you're talking about is watered. When you just talk about different shit that ain't nobody else talking about, I try to do that whenever I perform. I always try to be different than whoever else is coming up, but a lot of times you get a lot of people who, are family reunion funny,
And you know what? There are different requirements for different setups. So the set that you do at the beginning of Margarita Mondays is not the set that you would do if we're at Riddle's Comedy Club in Chicago doing the show.
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact.
So, it comes in where you need to know your crowd.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Mother's Day, that's not the day to go up here and be like, well, bitches ain't shit. bitches with titties, and that's not the set that you might not pay. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the purpose of going to open mic, dudes. Like, I'm getting paid every time, sir. You need to go practice to get some work getting paid for it. Because you think
Mm.
you in the top 5, nigga, what? You ain't in the top 100. The hell? What? And you've never touched a stage, so what qualifies you to even say that?
Come on. And I
But
think a lot of times that's what sets us back as a city sometimes,
mhm,
because we have people who have not really worked on their craft when it comes to this.
they ain't got that comedy license.
They ain't got the comedy license. And then you go to other venues that are bigger because you done got talked up or somebody thought you were this. And then you go to that spot and the shit don't hit. The shit don't hit because you wasn't ready. You couldn't adjust to the crowd. You couldn't do anything. You know what? I'm gonna go
Your
back.
cousins wasn't there.
I'm gonna
Your
go back.
cousins is obligated to laugh at you because your grandmama gonna get mad. Wait till you do a crowd in front of a whole bunch of motherfuckers that don't know you, ain't
But,
from your city. That's when you find out whether you funny or not.
but you know what? Lunel said something, partner. That was because I wound up watching a whole little interview with her and Pierre, and
Mm-hmm.
she said what she did in comedy was she just went and watched comedy for 2 years.
Mm.
She said she just went to open mics and just watched to see. She went to white rooms, black rooms, and she went to go see what the white people were laughing at and why this joke didn't go over in this room. Like she went and did her research, you know, and I was like, wow, just listening to her, some
In
of the
two
shit
years, that means she was doing her research and working on getting her funny
oh
license.
yeah, yeah, and even now when we go into shows,
I'll be right back.
I cool, I do a scan of the room. I do a scan of the room to know what the fuck I'm gonna talk about, what my ad lib shit is. I got a regular set, but if I need to throw in some ad lib stuff, I can definitely do that. And when you get there early enough, when you get to these shows early enough as a performer, and you can get there and you can observe the room and see certain things. Okay, I see couples. All right, I see a lot of black and white couples. The name of the place is this, but it's got a bunch of, it's called Hoodlings Lounge, but it's a bunch of white people working on the inside. Just different things you can pinpoint where you can just look when you walk into a spot when you doing open mics or you're just performing, where you can just use that as a few minutes of your set where it's going to be funny. And then you can take that time to not bash people. You use that time to enhance what the hell you doing. So that's always good, man. I think that's very educational for comedians to show up to shows and observe what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these comedians don't take that time. You got some that just sit back, chill, talk to their buddies. You got some that be writing shit down, and then you got some of these comedians who don't pay attention to what's going on, and so they get up there and just start bullshitting around or whatever. And you got to have a comedy style, partner. Everybody's got a comedy style. When you perform, you be
You gotta
ripping.
learn what the style is. That's how you get your comedy license.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Like
Watch
when you perform, uh, you hit us with some jokes. But when you laugh at the end of the show, that adds an extra punch to what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Do you notice that you do that?
Yeah, and people tell me about it, and they say it cracks them up. The
It
fact that I'm
cracks
laughing at
cracks
my
you up.
own joke.
Because when you hit us with a bing and then you laugh at the end of it,
I think I'm hilarious.
to be able to make yourself laugh.
It was funny to me.
Oh my God, that goddamn laugh. So that's a part of your comedy makeup. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it,
Yeah,
it and it helps out. When you do that, that's equivalent to Mike Epps or Dave Chappelle when they tell a joke and they laugh, they hit the mic on their leg.
yeah.
That's equivalent to that. And
I
so
never thought of it like that. That's just something I automatically do, but that's part of my signature.
that's a
You're
part
gonna
of
get
that's your niche. That's your niche. That's something that you organically got. You didn't learn it from nobody. You didn't steal it from no. That is your fucking niche, and you can't take that out of what you do because that's who you are as a comedian. You know, and a lot
Yeah,
of
there.
people don't. A lot of people don't have their niche. They come back every week and they reach in. Because just when we was just talking, I was thinking, man, you know what? We can probably put Cole at the good spot one week.
We're going to.
Because I see his growth like I saw Quinn's growth. You know
He's
what I mean?
ready.
He's getting there to the point where he's studying, he's paying attention, and he's in his focus. And a lot of people don't be in their focus.
And I like variety, so we great to see the Spanish, Tina McDonald and Christian Ramirez. I know
Mhm,
Christian got to work. Christian be at our open mic all the time. We great hit the
mhm.
stage, he gone. Cause he got to work and we some late night shit. We got some earlier stuff for you. I'll be watching. I'll be keeping notes. And so, like I said, we there every Friday. We're
Facts.
gonna rotate until we get every damn body on.
Come on, come on.
You know, I've reached out to a couple of people. Hey, sis, I work nights on Fridays. When that schedule change, when you got some PTO, hit the bitch up. I got you. Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is too, man. Because this shit ain't called a grind for nothing. Shit, I gotta be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of times we get out these venues. It's midnight. I'll make it home. It's 1 o'clock. You
And we
know,
do shit outside of comedy. Hey, I work from
facts,
home. I literally like roll out of bed, log in, and start working. But might have been up till 2 in the morning. You see what I'm saying?
facts,
I'm
facts.
taking that 30-minute nap on my lunch break. And when I
Hmm.
get off of work, I gotta take my work nap because I might have to be dressed, clean, hair done at a place at 8 o'clock.
Hmm.
So
You
you
know,
know,
shit.
you, the work you put in is what you get out of it. I feel like people too, they need to learn comedy etiquette. Go to a professional comedy club. They all offer classes.
Hmm.
They all offer classes. A lot of people don't know it's rude to leave before the headliner go up. They don't know that they don't know comedy etiquette. They don't have their comedy license, so they don't know that that's something wrong to do. They don't know the value of tipping the wait staff good.
Hmm.
Because when the manager's walking around, damn, I need somebody for a show. Who you like? Who you think is funny? Aisha good tipping ass.
Come on, come on. Yeah,
It's free game on the Lifestyle Night Party. Make sure y'all
that's what we
like
do.
and subscribe, follow us and the Like Minds Network. You want a podcast? This is where you need to go. That's why our show looks all polished and pretty and professional.
Come on, please and thank you. Please.
And to close the show out, let me tell you. So I see a lot of people talking about quitting comedy.
Hmm.
I feel like if I wasn't able to do jokes no more, I wouldn't be able to breathe no more. I would probably curl up and die.
Come
I
on.
love it like that. Comedy is that abusive boyfriend you can't get away from. This motherfucker done cheated on me.
Oh my God.
Has disappointed me and let me down. Has beat me up. Done had outside the kids, and I can't leave this motherfucker alone.
Will Michael Jackson say, it's just another part of me. That's what it is. It's a part
I
of you.
can't. I can't let this motherfucker go. But you know what you gotta get? A tough ass skin. Because
Mm.
I don't care what you do. It ain't just comedy, it's entertainment, period. Are you gonna be disappointed? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna be passed over for a motherfucker that ain't as funny as you? All the time.
Yeah,
All the time. You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's a fact.
Are you gonna reach out to somebody? I reached out to a pro comedian. I ain't even gonna say the name. Oh, I seen you gonna be in my town. I'm the funniest in Indiana. You should let me over for you. Blocked.
Mm-mm.
Bitch, get your ass home. Blocked. But I keep shooting my shot. I can't quit this negative, this no
Wait,
good.
say the motherfucker blocked you?
Blocked.
Motherfucker just say, no, I'm good. That motherfucker blocked you.
I went back and this user is no longer available. I said, damn,
Damn.
bitch, you will be disappointed. If you can't take no disappointment, hey, you might go 3 months and might not have no show.
Facts.
But if you to the point like me, I don't take no bullshit. I'm
Mhm.
not doing certain shows. If you in there till 1 in the morning, 2 o'clock, not me.
Nah,
I'm not headlining at 11:30. No, thank you.
yeah, that's no good. And
I'm not
you should
going
not
out
be expecting
there. If
anybody to laugh at 2 o'clock in the morning.
it's 20 motherfuckers on the show and it ain't no audition or no contest, hell no. Nope, not me. So I can sit at home. But comedy is that boyfriend that done went to jail, had outside kids, and you just can't let that motherfucker go. I love it. Like, am I going to take a job working nights?
No.
Hell no. Hell no.
No. That's that's not what we do.
Nights and weekends, not how I love this little boyfriend. I got this comedy thing. If I got a boyfriend and he like, I'm gonna pay all the bills and you can't tell no jokes, I'm gonna be a broke motherfucker out here. Not going. I love it like that. That's how I feel about it. I can't. I'm gonna be doing comedy till the day I die. When I'm in the nursing home, the little old people home, adult day living or whatever.
Mhm.
Hey, come and sit down. I'm about to do a set for y'all. It ain't no retired. It ain't no quitting.
Come on, that part.
Let me down stage.
Yeah, come on. Let me do that.
So if you don't love it like that, or if you got into it to make some money, it's gonna disappoint you every single time.
That's a fact.
I'm getting to some shit now, but it took me 13 years. But the close, we both have some acting gigs coming up. You'll be playing the MC at the comedy club in a movie that's coming to Tubi. Whoa, whoa.
And I'm ready.
Okay.
And I'm ready.
So what I'm not ready for is shout out to Coach Carter that was on our show. Not Coach Carter. Coach, what is he? Dirty Red. That's how I know him. He was on the show, but K Carter, I believe that's what he
Hey,
goes
Carter,
by.
yep.
I gotta slob him down in the movie.
Uh-oh.
I was reading over the script, practicing over my lines. So I have to go and give him a passionate kiss.
You ready? Are you ready?
We
Oh,
doing this
shit.
shit the first take. It ain't gonna be no mess ups. Like get this shit right the first time. I ain't gonna be sitting there slobbing you down. That's like,
Mm.
bro, that'd be like, all right, it's a movie and you and Mike Shaw got a kiss.
What?
What? In the mouth? With some tongue? Cool.
Oh, shit.
Because a passionate kiss, that means you supposed to grab that nigga back and pull him in and all that shit, right?
Hell yeah. Oh my God. So how you
Oh my God.
feel about that?
I had a piece of the script first. I got the whole shebang now. I said, oh shit. I read one. Cut. They laying in the bed together, talking, pillow talk in the bed.
Mm-mm.
What? First of all, a bitch like me got the Queen Latifah braids out at night when I'm asleep. I got my shit in some plaits like I'm 9 years old. Shit, when I go sleeping in old sundresses and leggings and shit. Like, do y'all want me in my real bedtime clothes or do y'all want me to go to sleep with this wig and these lashes out? Because that's how I'm finna be for two. If y'all think I'm gonna be sleeping in bed like how I normally sleep with these niggas, a nigga that I'm in love with, what? I might got on makeup from last night. It's a lash stuck to the pillow. Like,
Oh man. That's
it
what you
don't be pretty.
get that's the real you. You go get the real you.
And
So
when I
what
first meet him, I fucking with the wig on. But once we get in good, I'm popping that shit off. It's five to the back. Queen Latifah in this bitch. You gotta like me for real. Can you imagine trying to sleep with a wig on all night, nigga?
See, that's why I don't really do, you know what I mean? Like
You don't really do what? You
I
go to
don't
sleep
like
around
like
bitches?
if I fuck with you, like I gotta if you want to put on a wig every once in a while, I can dig it, but I prefer natural hair, you
I
know.
got my show tomorrow. I'm about to braid my shit back there. I just took it down and washed it, but it's about to be five to the back again. What?
Mm.
Dudes be like talking about they want to FaceTime. No, you don't. I'm over here looking like Shrek right now.
What's
Hello,
up,
son.
nigga? What's up, nigga? Huh? What's up?
You don't want to get on camera now. Just mark me down as a man. I'm not coming on camera. Yeah, I'm a dude. I'm a dude. Okay. Whatever
Oh
to
my
say.
God.
So yeah, this has been another ghetto edition of the
Oh
Lifestyle
my
Night
God.
Party. We gonna keep it real. Fuck your feelings show.
You hate it? Fuck you and fuck mom. Man, my ex sent me some pictures today, like some old pictures.
Mhm. The ex-wife, ex-girlfriend.
Ex-wife.
Oh, I want that old thing back.
You better stop it.
Now when we do, just me and you, it'll be so right.
Stop it. And
Missy,
she said that with
missing
my
you.
my mother's pictures, like these are pictures my mother had, which I do believe they are my mother's pictures.
So why
But,
she got?
huh?
So why she got?
Um, I don't know.
So why you got somebody else mama pictures?
Why what?
Why you got somebody else mama pictures?
I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I think when we had separated and she had got her stuff, my stuff might have been mixed up in hers. I don't know. I'm not sure. Uh, but you know, it was cool seeing the old nostalgia pictures and shit. You know, it
That
was
ain't
really
no real
cool.
breakup. That shit would have been a dartboard had it been me.
You know, when you know this is what I'm gonna say. A lot of dudes out here aren't perfect, right? I'm one of
Mm.
them. I fully take responsibility for not being perfect. Um, but my intentions are good. No matter what dog shit might happen, you know, player shit, whatever you would think it is or whatever it is, my intentions are good. You have a lot of dudes out here that do shit with vicious intentions and fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And so a lot of times, knowing how life is, knowing that at the age we are and how people come to each other, I'm the type, if somebody leaves me, I'm on your mind.
Ooh. Partner, if I can't possess your whole soul, I ain't even gonna fuck with you. I'm a
You know,
soul snatcher. You'll never forgive me.
I mean, because honestly, you know, dudes can be out here fucking and doing whatever. Okay, cool. But how is he to your soul? How is he to you? You see what I'm saying? As a
People have
person,
gotten away from that.
man, you know, that's why I can't, you know, prime example. Remember when I was dealing with uh little baby snort?
Hmm.
So when we were doing the contest, helium,
Yeah.
um, I wasn't really dealing with, you know, little baby snort.
Hmm.
So when we was down there and that motherfucker said to me what she said to me, remember what she said to me?
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck are you talking
Called
to?
you out your name.
And at that moment, that's when I knew that she was dealing with somebody else. Because you know in your right motherfucking mind not to talk to me like that. You see what I'm saying?
The audacity.
So the moment she said, like, we wasn't dealing with each other really at that point. You know what I'm saying? But when you
Hmm.
said that, that solidified it. Like, bitch, I'm cool.
Hmm. You know, like we gotta close the show out in a few minutes,
Hmm.
but being a black woman, that's something I try not to do. If
Hmm.
I call you a band, we're gonna call it a band, a BAN.
Hmm.
You know what the B stand for.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ready to break up. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
we ready.
yeah.
I'm ready
It's
to
a
part
must.
ways with you because there's no coming back from that. Like
It's a
I have two sons. They ain't no bitches. They ain't never been called no bitches, and I better not hear about nobody calling them no bitches. So when you say that to a man, it's just kind of over. Like, I don't feel like the man should accept that. And me as a black woman, that's not nothing I'm gonna say to a man. I respect myself and him way too much to do that. When I'm ready to call you that, oh, it's over with. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not trying to do nothing with you after this. This is the exit statement. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
come on. I have a bad mouth, but I'm not verbally abusive. You see what I'm saying? That's just not my I say bitch a lot, but I've never called a chick that I've dated and we're going through the shit. I've never bitch get out of it. Like I ain't never done that. But I'll say bitch in general. Because it's kind of like what Cat Williams said, because I don't know you individually.
And
So
it's almost a double standard. Like women, we'll be talking to each other, bitch this, bitch that.
mhm,
When you call a man that, it's kind of different. It
different
shouldn't
world.
be, but it just is. It just is. It's no different than us being black, a nigga this, nigga that. What's up, nigga? Let somebody white call you a nigga. Hit different. Well, what you say?
Different
Look,
world.
who you talking to? Be
Yeah,
ready to. If you call me a nigga and you white, what?
crazy.
Shout out to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is coming. I was watching a podcast today. They said Martin Luther King was part of the Boule.
Celebrate.
The Boule. The Boule is supposed to be the Black Illuminati.
What's that Stevie Wonder song about Martin Luther King?
And I'm not
Everybody
gonna.
sing for Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Now you love somebody.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it was somebody today talking about Martin Luther King was at free call. So I'm like, don't. Martin Luther King is almost like Jesus. Don't talk about Martin Luther King.
Come
And
on,
it's
man.
King,
Man, these but
K-A-N-G.
see, everybody got partner. Technology is where it's at right now, okay? Because all the old business is popping the hell out. Everybody's business. Everybody's business.
I love it too because if somebody steal your joke, let me go on my YouTube page and show you this video where I was saying this joke 10 years ago. Now, who stole what?
That part.
Yeah, so this has been the Lifestyle Night Party Talk Show. A good place to come if you like to party, you like to have fun, and you like to get some good old juicy tea. You're going to get the
Yes.
real here. If you like this video, make sure that you share it. Make sure you go to our YouTube page, subscribe, hit like. Hey, we trying to get monetized, and it's in the beginning
Swear to God.
stages, but we're going to act funny once we get monetized and you ain't
Just a
being
little
fucking with
bit. Just a little funny, but we
a
still
whole
gonna
lot. Don't try to come on the show, when we start making them big bucks, you know what I'm saying? Because then we ready to start doing the Shannon Sharps and going after, hey, I know DC Curry. I could probably call him and get an interview if I want to. You see what I'm saying?
Hey,
Jump
it's
on the
gonna be ready.
bandwagon now while it's open.
Come on, I swear to God, why there's a wagon, because once this motherfucker starts floating, I don't see. I don't see.
Super big facts. I'm Aisha the comedian.
Boom. I'm comedian Mike Sharp, man. Thanks for checking us
Thank you,
out.
like minds, for streaming our show, and we out.